Aamchi Mumbai, our Mumbai, the city of dreams, the engine of India. This city runs on three things: cutting chai, pure hustle, and the absolute certainty that nothing, not heat, not politics, can stop us. Right? Wrong, because every single year, that unstoppable engine coughs, sputters, and dies. We've all heard the resigned, defeated sigh. It happens. It's Mumbai.
अरे यार, फिर से डूब गया सब। धंधा बंद। हमारा लाखों का माल खराब हो गया।
That is the critical sound of business failure. This is not just drama for the news. This is the triple threat risk shutting down India's financial heart. For our micro, small, and medium enterprises, the backbone of this economy, these repeated floods mean millions of dollars in losses every single year, money that is simply washed away, often with no insurance to claim. Why does this happen year after year? Because our defense is a relic. The drainage system you rely on today is over a century old. It was designed to handle a gentle 25 millimeters of rain per hour. That was fine for the past. But today, thanks to climate change, the sky opens up and dumps 77, 90, sometimes over 104 millimeters of rain in a single hour. We are fighting a modern, supersized problem with an antique teacup. And when you add in the tidal lock from the Arabian Sea, where the sea actively pushes the rainwater back into the city's plumbing, you have a disaster guaranteed by physics and bad design. The old, expensive projects failed. The temporary fixes fail. But we have engineered the game changer. We are launching Flood Resilience as a Service, or FRaaS. We are building a city that doesn't just cope with the rain, but actively drinks it. We are making Mumbai intelligent, resilient, and profitable again. Let's look at the numbers, because this is where the crisis stops being an inconvenience and starts being a certainty. The engineers who built this city's plumbing, our essential drain network, did their job well for their time. But that time was a century ago. This vast, inherited network is rated for only 25 millimeters of rain per hour. Think of that as a single teacup waiting for the rain. But what hits Mumbai today? We routinely face storm cells that dump 77, 90, sometimes over 104 millimeters of water in a single hour. That isn't rain, that is a fire hose aimed directly at an antique system. The moment the sky opens, failure is guaranteed. Worse, we have unwittingly sealed the city in a concrete tomb. Every new road, every construction site, every polished plaza, it's all impervious concrete. This dense design doesn't let water soak in. It turns every raindrop into violent, immediate surface runoff, forcing a tsunami of water down into those inadequate pipes, ensuring that critical low-lying areas, your
अंधेरी,
your
सायोन, मिलान,
subways, become massive, paralyzed collecting pools. We have tried the traditional answers. We've sunk massive public funds into colossal plans, like the Brimstone project, but those solutions are slow, plagued by delays, and often only partially implemented. They are attempts to solve a dynamic, climatic problem with rigid, centralized engineering. The conclusion is inescapable. We cannot build our way out of this with more concrete. We have reached a point where the cost of a flood, the loss to business, the mental toll, the destroyed property, is financially and socially unacceptable. We must shift the defense from a concrete fortress to a living, thinking nervous system. We need intelligence. We need adaptability. We need flood resilience as a service, a smart, guaranteed defense that turns every street, every drain, and every drop of water into an asset. This is how we outsmart the crisis. This is how we build the city that breathes. We establish that the flood is a systemic failure, not a weather problem. The answer is not just pouring more concrete. The answer is intelligence. Our Flood Resilience as a Service FRaaS model is a hybrid defense engine. We are building a city with a new brain, new lungs, and a guaranteed circulatory system. Pillar 1. Dynamic hydraulic orchestration, the city's new brain. We have to stop treating our drains like static, dumb pipes. We are giving the city a brain. We are deploying a hyperlocal hydraulic nervous system by attaching thousands of low-cost, smart sensors to every critical junction and every streetlight network, the existing nerves of the city. These tiny eyes gather massive amounts of data in real time, water levels, flow rates, and weather patterns. Our artificial intelligence then becomes a super forecaster. It sees the future. It knows precisely where and when the rainfall peak will hit, and it knows exactly when the high tide is going to create that catastrophic tidal lock. With this intelligence, we move from reaction to orchestration. The AI dynamically controls smart valves and high-capacity pumps along the coast. It waits for the narrow window when the sea level drops, and then bam! It maximizes discharge, actively preventing the sea from pushing the water back in. This isn't brute force. This is digital Aikido, ensuring maximum flow capacity exactly when Mumbai needs it most. Pillar 2. The hyper-absorbent road, the city's new sponge. Next, we tackle the concrete trap, the rigid surfaces that turn rain into instant runoff. We are transforming Mumbai into a sponge city. Our solution is simple and elegant. We replace conventional asphalt in high runoff corridors, say outside a vulnerable industrial estate or a major low-lying transport zone, with permeable pavement. The road itself becomes a functional part of the blue-green infrastructure. It doesn't just reject the water, it drinks it. This acts as a decentralized detention area, catching the water right where it lands. Now, this doesn't stop the 100-year tsunami, but it is highly effective at reducing the flow peaks of the frequent 2-year storms, the ones that cause our constant traffic jams and business interruption. This provides immediate critical system relief. And here is the smart part. We use high-resolution topographic data to pinpoint the exact square meter where this permeable pavement will have the maximum measurable impact, guaranteeing our investment delivers resilience. Pillar 3. Predictive drain health. Hydrojetting as a service. Imagine spending millions on new pipes, only for them to fail immediately because they are clogged by garbage and silt. Traditional maintenance is a hopeless annual ritual. We wait for the disaster, then we react. We must stop being janitors and become detectives. Our innovation is the predictive drain health system. This is where our AI earns its money. We integrate data streams. Our flow sensors monitor resistance in the pipes. Our AI cross-references that low flow with data from surrounding smart waste bins. If the bins are full and the pipe flow is dropping, the AI flags a high probability of a waste clog before the system fails. We then deploy our high-pressure cleaning service, what we call hydrojetting as a service, to target that exact point preemptively. We replace failure with a guaranteed maintenance schedule, ensuring the pipes stay open and the water keeps moving throughout the entire monsoon. Pillar 4. Integrated watershed resilience, the city's lungs. Finally, the natural defense. We are not just building machines, we are restoring ecology. The Methi River should be Mumbai's essential safety valve, but we have choked it with encroachment and pollution. We need to give the city its lungs back. Our macro-scale solution is integrated watershed resilience. We invest in the active preservation and replanting of mangrove forests, nature's perfect, sustainable flood buffers. And we engineer constructed wetlands to hold water and filter it before it meets the sea. This delivers a crucial threefold return. It reduces flood risk, improves the environment, and, most importantly, it addresses the social crisis. Because the degradation of the river disproportionately impacts vulnerable communities and slum dwellers. By making resilience citywide, we ensure our solution is not only smart and profitable, but also socially just. FRaaS is ready to transform every threat into a strategic, guaranteed advantage. We've built the engine that keeps the city running. Now, let's talk about the fuel. The investment case. Because the investment thesis for FRaaS is simple, the cost of a flood is now our guaranteed profit. For decades, Mumbai spent billions on temporary fixes that failed. We are offering a long-term, scalable, performance-based service model, flood resilience as a service, that eliminates that risk and converts it into guaranteed return on investment. The public sector, securing the superfund. Our primary client is the municipal corporation, and the market is massive and mandatory. The Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation, BMC, has already allocated a monumental 15,048 crore rupees. That's 88% of its entire climate budget, specifically for water resource management and urban flood mitigation. This isn't money we have to beg for. This is money already earmarked for this exact problem. And thanks to central government policy like AMRUT 2.0, public-private partnerships are mandatory in million-plus cities. That means the government is forced to seek out partners like us, providing us with a guaranteed market opening. We secure long-term operation and maintenance O&M contracts, or the high-stability annuity model, which guarantees fixed payments over the project term, giving our investors predictable, stable revenue shielded from political fluctuations. We are locking in a piece of the city's climate future. Next, the private sector. The true victims of the flood are the MSMEs, the small and medium-sized businesses, that suffer the most damage because they lack adequate insurance. They pay the price in raw cash every monsoon. We are the cheapest form of business insurance they can buy. Our field research is clear. The combined annual tangible loss per single business, from lost production, equipment damage, and cleanup, is over 28,000 rupees. They pay this loss every year. Our solution: we sell them a business continuity shield subscription. If our service, which includes our early warning system, our localized smart pumps, and our certified flood plan, costs less than 28,000 rupees, they know they will lose. The investment becomes an immediate, guaranteed return on investment, ROI. We are the cheapest form of business insurance they can buy. Furthermore, we are the key to the next financial frontier: index-based flood insurance, IBFI. Traditional insurers can't price flood risk accurately, but our real-time certified data from our hyperlocal sensors gives them the exact objective metrics they need to finally offer affordable, reliable flood insurance. We are the technological bridge between catastrophe and financial resilience, deepening the market for us and for our partners. The future: scaling the resilience premium. Finally, we offer a resilience premium to real estate developers. In areas like Thane, smart flood management has already been proven to boost property investment potential. Developers can now market their properties as flood resilience certified, justifying higher sales prices and attracting future-ready investors. FRaaS is built for scale. Our model is modular, profitable, and politically mandated. Once proven here, we are ready to replicate the Mumbai Sponge model across every vulnerable coastal megacity in India, from Chennai to Bengaluru. Finally, we offer a resilience premium to real estate developers. In areas like Thane, smart flood management has already been proven to boost property investment potential. Developers can now market their properties as flood resilience certified, justifying higher sales prices and attracting future-ready investors. We have engineered the adaptive hybrid engine, a system that marries the intelligence of AI and IoT with the sustainability of nature-based solutions. We have proven the financial case. The investment in FRaaS is not an expenditure, it is an essential high ROI investment in business continuity. We offer 3 guarantees. 1 guaranteed performance to the municipal corporation through long-term stable contracts. 2 guaranteed protection to MSMEs, eliminating millions in annual flood losses. 3 guaranteed financial growth for investors by tapping into policy-mandated PPP markets and the expanding real estate resilience premium. We are ready to build the Mumbai Sponge, a city where water is managed, not feared. A city that not only survives the next record storm, but thrives because its infrastructure is intelligent, self-healing, and profitable. We are seeking partners, investors, developers, and visionaries to join us. Your investment doesn't just buy technology, it buys certainty. It buys the end of the resigned sigh. It buys a future where Aamchi Mumbai is truly unstoppable, rain or shine. Invest in FRaaS. Invest in resilience. Invest in the future of the city that is finally ready to breathe again.